Hey guys, Mike here from Lunch Money Comics. So I got a message on Instagram from a viewer of the channel that happens to be pretty local to me, and he said he had a collection of comic books, mostly stuff from the 50s, 60s, and 70s. He just recently dug out of storage. He wanted to know if I could swing on by and take a look at them. Maybe I'd be interested, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. I just grabbed some cash at the ATM, heading over there right now. Who knows, maybe we can make a deal. So these are them. You have 3 bins right here.
Yeah, this box on the end, they don't have covers.
Oh, coverless? Right? Well, you'd be surprised. I mean, sometimes if it's really a worthwhile book, then it could be worth something, you know, if it's really rare. But I'll take a look at those last,
so
I guess.
The one small bin, the white bin,
yep.
that I might not part with. Those are ones that I kind of had an appreciation for growing up. Those,
yeah.
But the rest, but you're welcome to look through and still bid on that.
Yeah, let's see what we got here.
It's a funny story for you, but there was the 50 show Dobie Gillis, which I never watched.
Yep, right.
I knew it existed. Right? It didn't look like, black and white show. Of course, I come across the Dobie Gillis comic book in there. You're gonna find it's the weirdest variety of comic books.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, you gotta be kidding me! They made comic books for Dobie Gillis.
Oh yeah.
And I think mine is the first of the first year.
Oh really? Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Yeah, I don't know if there's a big collector's market for them, but I'm sure there is. You'd be surprised,
really?
You know.
So I was surprised it would even exist.
Yep.
But that's I can't imagine what I want.
So the Star Wars are decent. You know, these ones are a little bit different. They don't have the barcodes. I think these are reprint ones. They appear to be actually. And the Incredible Hulk, of course, is the really good ones, which you probably know if you had those. Fantastic Fours. It's a reprint. So most of these are 70s, it looks like, right?
Yeah, the ones I collected. The other bins, were ones my parents would always have at the indoor flea markets and stuff.
Oh, good, yeah.
So when I was bored, I'd just go around and
of course.
buy stuff.
Yep. That's kind of how I started, too.
I get my baseball cards, my football cards still.
Oh, yeah?
Go through and my records and
black
a huge
mold.
Matchbox car collection.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, it's all my junk. I couldn't help but do some of it when my parents did it. So.
Some of these have some mold on them. It's a little spooky when there's mold. Mad About Millie, Chili. All right, let's check these ones. So a quick voiceover for a bit of clarification. That last box you saw, he actually wanted to hold on to for sentimental reasons. Basically, they were books that he loved as a kid, which I thought was really cool. But the rest of these he definitely wanted to sell, and in this box, as you'll see, I found not only some older books, but some pretty good ones as well. Some Swamp Thing. Yeah, the biggest bummer with these is just the condition, of course. But have these always been in plastic bins, or did you just put them in here? Were they?
No, they've been in bins. I mean, they've been around for a long time though. So.
Right.
I transferred them years ago.
Let's see. There's your Dobie Gillis. Plop. I get some 12-cent Supermans here. Definitely a chill today, huh? A damp cold.
Yeah, I had to help these guys move these radios too, so I wasn't too happy about that.
Oh yeah. 10-cent Superman. Do you know how many are in here?
I don't. I'm guessing it's at least a couple hundred.
Yeah, I didn't. I wasn't counting. But
Depends on the lap.
yeah. This is the best one I found so far. One I've actually been looking for.
Oh, really?
Yep. Oh, that's pretty neat. I've never seen that. Hot Rod books are kind of cool.
Which one?
The Hot Rod books, I mean, they're not really comics per se, but you know,
Yeah.
they're interesting. I don't come across those very often. I used to have some of those Boris Karloff horror magazines when I was a kid. Lots of Looney Tunes. Those aren't worth that much. But, okay. Let's check these. I do like the X-Men. This would be your best one if it wasn't for the fact it's missing
Right.
several pages. That's a bummer. These are pretty cool. Yeah, that would be a good one too, but Water damage. Bummer. Looked good at first, too. When I first glanced at it, I thought that was one of the better ones. Yeah, I think it's the first appearance of Bizarro Supergirl. Or Bizarro Lois or something like that. So it's kind of a funny book. It's just, again, it's torn. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. The black mold's a little spooky. But, you know, there's some stuff in here someone could use. So I can, I'll ask around and, if someone give you an offer, I just don't think I can give you an offer for them. Okay. Sorry about that.
No biggie.
Okay, guys, so I looked at that entire collection and I really tried thinking about what was the best thing I could offer for all those comic books. You know, there was definitely some stuff I was interested in. There was some really old comic books, some 10-cent DCs. You had that first Bullseye. But ultimately, the offer that made the most financial sense was to not make an offer at all. A lot of those books, you know, they were either titles I didn't really care about that weren't worth that much, or the condition was horrible. In fact, the condition was terrible for most of them, and a lot of them were covered in mold, black mold to be precise, which you definitely want to stay clear of. A lot of them were water damaged. So ultimately, I decided to pass on them. It was really cool to hang out with him. You know, we got to check out his old barn right there. He had tons of old radios and antiques, all the stuff that I really love. But ultimately, I didn't want to insult him by making too low of an offer for those comic books. I told him what I thought they were worth, and I would show the footage to some other people. So, hey, some other people watching this might think it was definitely a collection worth picking up. Let me know down in the comments what you would have offered for that collection. I would love to hear about it. But yeah, sometimes, guys, the best play is to not make a play at all. In the meantime, keep hunting for comic books in strange and unusual places like old barns. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time.